Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Macca here with completed episode number 89. If you're new to the channel or new to the series, the completed series is a series where I take a few minutes to talk about a game that I recently got all the achievements or trophies in. I tell you guys about my experience with the game and give a little bit of a mini review as well. If you'd like to check out the first 88 episodes, links are in the description down below. Now you may notice that episode 88 was literally about 8 or even maybe 9 months ago at this point. And the reason for that is not because I haven't been completing games. I've actually completed quite a few interesting games recently, like Onrush, PUBG, Forza Horizon 4, and more. But I just was getting a little bit maybe tired of how the series was progressing. When the series originally started, I was doing like these 1-minute clips and very quickly talking about games. And then I tried making the videos like longer and more enjoyable for more people instead of just being hyper-focused on achievements and trophies. And at some point, I kind of felt like the series needed a little bit of a break and maybe a little bit more creativity in it. And I'm still kind of in a little bit of that rut, which is why I'm extending an invitation to you guys to let me know in the comments down below what you'd like to see from the completed series. Whether you've been watching for many years or whether you are a new viewer, I want to hear what you guys think. If you have an idea about what we can change about it, I am all ears and very accepting to creative criticism of any kind. Even if you think this series shouldn't exist and you'd rather it go away forever, just let me know, give me a reason why, and I will read it and think about it. But nonetheless, I kind of want to change this series up a little bit, which is what this video is about. I want to extend that invitation again to you guys to leave that comment down below. And hopefully we can get the completed series back up and running on a, bi-weekly or monthly basis and get everything all figured out for you guys. Nonetheless, Apex Legends, it is a completely free game that you can play right now and download, and you can play it for free and you don't have to pay for any of the characters or anything. It came out February 4th, and personally I ended up completing it on February 13th. About 9 days later, playing it for about 70 hours in those 9 days. Since completing it, I have tacked on another 20 or so hours playing it even after grabbing the 1000 gamer score or the platinum trophy. And there are a lot of reasons I'm enjoying Apex so much and playing it as much as I am, but before we get into those reasons, I kind of want to explain what the game is. It's a battle royale game. A lot of people are going to be familiar with games like PUBG, Fortnite, or even Call of Duty Black Ops 4. And basically what the game type is there are 20 teams of 3 people land into one big open map. No one has any loot, so a big part of the gameplay is getting loot and killing your way to be the last surviving team. And this game does that very well. Now, in terms of the achievements or trophies, what you're going to need to do and focus on is first off getting a win with all 8 characters. Now, this game does have kind of heroes. Each one of them have their own passive abilities, special abilities, and ultimate abilities. And you can kind of synergize with your teammates in order to get a really good team composition. After getting a win with all 8 of the characters, you'll then have to deal 5,000 damage with all 8 of the characters and reach level 50. Most of the other things you can grab along the way. I would say on average, it's going to take most people between 60 and 80 hours to complete this game, although some of it is a little bit skill-based in terms of getting those 8 wins with those 8 different characters. For some people, that's going to happen very quickly within their first 30-40 games, and for some people, it might take a couple hundred games. But mostly the thing that's going to take the longest is getting to level 50, and skill doesn't really help you level too much more quickly than just normal playtime, so most people will end up around level 50 around the same amount of time anyways. Because this is a multiplayer only game, and because it does require you to win amongst 20 teams and do it quite consistently, I would say the achievement trophy difficulty is going to be around a 6 out of 10. But I think most people will be able to grab it as long as they have a decent team, are well coordinated, and work together. Now, in terms of the fun factor, this is the exciting part of the video. I'm going to give this game a 9 out of 10. Again, fun factors are not review scores, they are fun factor scores, which is why the game rates so high. There are some problems with it, but I'd like to kind of go surface level before diving into some of those issues. Now, when you look at the Battle Royale genre, it was pretty clouded with games like PUBG taking the ultra-realistic route, Fortnite taking the ultra-arcadey route, and then games like Black Ops 4 kind of sitting somewhere in between. And in my opinion, Apex Legends is a better Call of Duty Blackout. And there are many reasons why. I like to think that Apex started development with listing off all of the problems with traditional Battle Royale games and addressing those as the first and foremost primary focuses. What I mean by that is that the game has an incredible ping system, making it very easy to communicate with your teammates without having to use your voice commands. This not only makes it a lot easier to communicate with randoms or people who have no microphone, but just generally improves the quality of life. Additionally, a lot of Battle Royale games have the problem of when your teammate dies, they basically have to sit around for up to 20 minutes watching and waiting. But in Apex, there is a chance that you can be revived when your teammate picks up your token, delivers it to a beacon, and respawns you. Now, although they respawn with no ammo and no gun, they do have a second chance at life, so there is that risk and reward of when a teammate is able to pull out a victory, even though some people are downed or killed, you can be revived, and that really adds to the tension and the drama, but it also just adds to like the replayability and enjoyment of the game for all members of your team. Another small improvement is the management of weapons and attachments and switching weapons. In traditional games like PUBG, you would have to manage each attachment individually, and when transferring from one gun to another, you'd be forced to kind of micromanage all of the attachments, even if you are switching from one weapon class to the same weapon class and all of the attachments are compatible. Apex Legends kind of takes care of that problem and switches all of your compatible attachments for you, and automatically also puts on any attachments that work with your current weapons as you pick them up, meaning that you can focus your attention on the movement, on quick looting, and on action, instead of on how and when to put on attachments to each and every single one of your guns. It also makes trading attachments with teammates a lot easier and allows you to do it a lot more quickly. Now, I can continue to list off all of these reasons as to why I think Apex Legends is great and why I think I'm going to continue playing it for the next couple of months in between other games. But at the end of the day, you should just try it for yourself since it is free to play. Now, the kind of things that I don't like about the game necessarily are how unrandom but also random it can be. Everything spawns in kind of the same location on every round. I would kind of like it to be a little bit more randomized, but at the same time, you can kind of walk in through 3 buildings and get absolutely no weapon, whereas the guy next to you walks through 1 crate and gets 4 weapons. It can be a little bit BS-y at times, which leads to frustrating landings, and sometimes the rinse and repeat of landing and immediately dying can really take you out of the experience. Additionally, I also think they might have some problems with the player base size being 60 players per map. It would be really great to have a game of maybe 4-player teams and 100 people total, but the map is just simply too small for that, in my opinion, in its current state. So they're either going to need to change up the map if they want to increase the player base, or they're going to have to add a new map, but that's kind of post-launch support, which is what I think the biggest problem for the game is going to be, is that post-launch support and what they come up with in terms of new characters, new cosmetics, and new maps and whatnot to freshen up the gameplay. But they've already been doing a pretty good job with some of the new weapons they've been adding. Nonetheless, let me know in the comments down below if you have your 1000 gamer score, your platinum trophy in Apex Legends. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think of the kind of current state of completed episodes and some of the more recent ones, and what you think the future of the series could potentially hold, or what you'd like to see from it. I'd like to thank you guys for watching through to the end. Special thank you to everyone on Patreon for supporting the show. And hopefully I see you guys in the next video. Peace.